But I think, obviously, since the last time I commentated a race with him, he's definitely been putting in practice. Obviously, from the time he set, 1:34.7, which is very good in the rain. Legham going around a chicane now up to the final corner. Looks to be a relatively good lap so far. Crosses the line. He does overtake Yuki, setting a 1:34.9, but it just isn't enough to beat Hugo. He holds that position with quite a lot of time. Well, never mind, Flocky says 1:34.76 as well. 500ths off of Hugo. Wow. There is not much in between the two. Flocky and Hugo. Wow, wow, wow. 500ths of a second. Half of a second. So you half a second and then you half it again. That's how much time is between those two. That is absolutely insane. Secured their positions pretty much. Most of the bottom 10 are now on their outlap, including Rich, Gamer, Birth, and Bandit. We also have Lobster on outlap as well. He'll be looking to improve on his time. He only has 25 seconds to get across the line, so he needs to speed it up. And I think there is a Williams behind him as well. Same thing with him. They need to hurry up and get across this line. Lobster will make it. I'm not sure if the Williams behind him will, though. He's only got a couple more seconds. I think he does make it. Just barely. So everybody is either on their outlap right now or going back into the pits. Gonna be looking at Lobster here as well. He can definitely pull something out of the bag here. Come on, son, I believe in you. You can do this. Obviously, as I said before, Lobster is a very good driver. He just needs to show it. We'll be watching his lap here as well. Very unfortunate for a Lobster there. He does invalidate his lap. Beastie does the same thing as well. However, Deadly Supreme is on outlap. He is invalidated, but he is relatively safe for now. And yeah, he should be the last person to cross the line, and he sets a 1:35.3. That's a very good time. It does take P5 off of Snake Hunter, I believe. OG Stomper being pushed down to 7th, but has still secured a position in qualifying 2. And there you can see the standings of qualifying 1. Hugo taking P1, Flocky following closely behind in P2, and so is Legham. Yuki in P4, and Deadly in P5. Qualifying 1, however, still intermediate conditions here, but the time should be slightly faster. You can see a dry line forming as well, so if the sun does decide to show a peep, then we could possibly get some dry gameplay for the end of qualifying 2. If not qualifying 3, we should definitely have. So obviously after Q1, we've definitely seen a very good display from Hugo, Flocky, OG, and Legham, also Yuki as well. Most of those drivers being the being in the ones to watch out for, as I've obviously said earlier. And obviously, I'm hoping that you guys can see why I said there would be a one to watch out for. Especially Flocky and Lobster. I think Lobster should have made it. Yeah, he is. He did make it through qualifying. Legham nearly done his lap, going round the second to last corner now. And he sets a 1:34.8. Not as fast as Hugo's previous lap, but still very quick, I must say. Yuki also sets a 1:33.9. That is a blisteringly quick lap compared to what we had last qualifying. Faded also sets a 1:34.3, and Goodiebag also sets a new P1 of 1:33.8. From this, you can definitely see the quality and level of the drivers here today. Obviously, this is a T1 race, so this will be the best of the best that the ARC League has to offer. So loads of action if you don't already know. If you aren't already following the ARC League, definitely make sure to check them out on Discord. Most of the time I will be commentating their T1, but I think if you do search up their official channel on Twitch, and you can find some more streams and previous streams on there as well. Definitely make sure to drop them a follow. And oh, Faded got, oh yeah, no, he's not even on his lap, he's on a cooldown lap. I would like to see what Deadly does here, actually. Deadly does set a purple sector 2. That could just be the fact that he has just gotten out onto the track, and that could be his personal best. And nevertheless, I do expect a good lap from him here. He goes around the last corner. It looks to be a relatively good lap, and it is a 1:34, nearly flat. Wow. That is a very good lap, I must say so myself. Most of the drivers are in the pits now, but drivers like Stomphin, Lobster, Beastie, Hulky and Hugo should definitely be looking to improve their time, or else they will be dropped from the qualifying free session taking place straight after this. A little bit of a lock up there, however we will see his time crossing the line. He does set a 1:33.4, taking that pole position also. He does manage to push out Goodiebag from the P1 position by a massive 4 attempts. Wow. Hugo, my friend, what have you been doing? He has rapid this race. Currently taking P1 in both qualifying sessions as well. I think the only driver we are yet to see a lap from would be Hulky. So far having a stinker in the pits. Here we are, qualifying is now officially over. Tesla Kid is going round the second to last corner now. Let's see what time he will get. He does set a 1:33.8, and Stomphin takes P1 for 1:33.7. An absolutely belter overlap, blowing Hugo's time out of the water. Never mind, Legham comes in and does him over as well, a 1:32.4. Wow. These are some crazy times here, considering that it is still relatively wet on the track there. That is absolutely insane. All Legham literally beating Hugo by just under a second. So the two McLaren drivers will take P1, P2, followed by Hugo and the Aston Martin for P3. Where is Holkey? Does he manage to... Yes, Holkey does manage to set a good time. 1:33.6 and make it into qualifying 3. The only driver who isn't finished here is Mr. Snake Hunter, and he's currently doing donuts, like he's won the championship. He does cross the line in P30. So there you have it, the standings after the Q2 qualifying session. Flocky just shy of making it in to Q3. Legham, Stompfen and Yuki make up the top 3. Hugo, Juax, Deadly, Holkey and Lobster make up the top 8. Holkey with a fastest sector 1 and OG setting a fastest lap of 1:29.2. We'd like to see what Yuki's doing. He's currently still in the pits. He might be waiting and analysing and see, waiting for the track to dry up, maybe just a slight more. It still does look relatively damp, but it is definitely dry conditions. So hopefully he can get out of the pits and set a lap sometime soon. Holkey does set a fastest lap of a 1:29.1, and I believe Joek did say fastest lap before Holkey of a 1:29.2. Most of the drivers are returning to the pits now to get ready for another lap or just chill. Like, I reckon Holkey can probably retire and he would be fine. So, same with the top 3. Obviously, there's no requirements to meet as this is the last qualifying session. So, it does not matter too much what position they get, as the race will decide everything. Hello, I'm back. Sorry for that extended break. End of Q3, Legham takes P1, Yuki P2, and I completely forgot who was P3. And we will see here in just a moment.